Hi, welcome to the Whiskachicks Podcast. My name is Amy.
And I'm Amy's sister, Suzie.
We are going to be talking to you about Whiskachicks. You may ask yourself, what in the world is a Whiskachick? Well, it's a term our Nana, our grandmother, used to describe anything and everything, like a doodad or a thingamajig.
For our purposes today, Amy and I have framed Whiskachicks as those random moments in life that accumulate over time that compel us to grow, learn, and evolve. Whether it's good, bad, ugly, funny, or sad, with each Whiskachick comes a lesson, an aha moment, a lotus blooming from the mud and muck, resulting in wisdom and healing.
Whiskachicks have brought us both to a place in our lives where we love ourselves and speak our truths. The last thing Nana said to me before she passed on was, "Be true to yourself, little A." That was the nickname she had for me. The angel spoke straight through her in that moment, and I knew I had quite a journey ahead of me. It was that Whiskachick, the last Whiskachick she delivered, that set me off on an incredible growth journey. She is the force behind this creative endeavor. We dedicate every Whiskachick to her. We're grateful you're here.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Whiskachicks Podcast. I'm Suzie.
And I'm Amy.
And here we are, folks. This is a celebratory, I can't even say that word, celebratory episode, because not only is it episode 30, but we have reached our year mark doing this podcast. It was actually on the 28th. Today is October 30th, 2024. But yeah, we have completed 1 year. 1 year of podcasting, and it's, for me, I think it's gone by pretty fast.
Yeah. So 30 episodes in 12 months.
Yeah, we can do better.
Yeah, we can. We need to try harder.
We focus too much on self-care. But anyway,
we're lazy asses.
we are not. We're into self-care. But there are days where we're like, yeah, I want to record. Then like an hour before we're going to record, like, I don't feel like it. I'm not inspired. That's just the truth. So anyway.
But we both have jobs where we have to like deal with people all day.
Yeah.
And by the time it's time to record, you're just like peopled out and you just talked out and you're just like, okay.
I'm peopled.
Anyway.
Is that a word? I'm
peopled. It is now.
I got peopled today.
I got peopled out.
I need some downtime. So I'm going to share some stats for the Whiskachicks podcast. So I don't know where you listen to us. You have options for all your various listening needs. But anyway, where we host our podcast is at a place called Buzzsprout, and they help us track. And then we also it uploads to YouTube, but the stats are separate. That's hard to explain. So anyway, between YouTube and Buzzsprout, we are at 1,252 downloads.
Oh my! I wish I had like some sound effects or something like.
I think there's actually sound effects on this thing we're using to record, but I'm afraid to use them because there's probably I could be sound effects.
There you go.
Standing ovation. And here's what's funny, and maybe this is something for us to think about. I find this really interesting because we do talk about meaningful, poignant, relatable things. But the one episode between both YouTube and Buzzsprout that people have downloaded with a total of 128 downloads was Hemorrhoids Have Spirit Meaning Too.
Which tells us that you want way more like butt humor.
Either that or I need to work on my episode titles. Yeah. Well, that's a whole other podcast. But anyway, here's what floors me, okay? In our stats, we have been listened to in 115 cities over 14 countries.
Oh my gosh.
And so because there's only 14 countries, I'm gonna rattle them off. I'm gonna list them. So of course, first of all, we have the untied states where we reside currently. Number 2 is the Netherlands. Then we have Greece, Greece, Germany, Canada, Spain, Argentina, the Philippines, Romania, Hungary, Sweden, Puerto Rico, the UK, and Austria.
I am just so loving the melting pot of listeners that we have.
But
We're multicultural. I love it.
You know what? Africa and Australia, you need to get on board. Because
New Zealand?
No. Yeah. Well, we're thinking
who else hasn't listened?
Continents. I think that it lists it as Oceania, whatever.
Oceania.
Like that area.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, anybody that knows somebody in Africa or Australia or New Zealand, tell them. Tell your friends over there about the Whiskachicks.
Who else are we
podcast.
missing? South America isn't represented enough either. We have Argentina.
Yeah. Well, but at least it's on there.
True.
It's
I mean,
something.
at least we're continental or whatever.
We're continental. But so this whole podcast thing for Amy and I was it came about kind of serendipitously, I guess. I mean, after a series of months or maybe even years, we were on the phone and we just decided, like, basically to start recording our phone calls, thinking that people might be into some of the shit that we talk about.
Clearly, they're into hemorrhoids.
Clearly, clearly, everyone with hemorrhoids wants to know the spirit meaning. Oh, God, that's so funny. But yeah, anyway, so we started, and then the Whiskachick word comes from our Nana. If you listen to the intro, maybe you guys skip that because it sounds very like I don't know, calm and methodical.
Very wistful.
It's wistful. There you go. We sound so serious, and then we're like, it was like, maybe we need to change the intro. Maybe we can twerk on that.
I mean, we always knew we would weave humor into the podcast. But I mean, when we started this out, it was supposed to really, we were really coming at it from like a spiritual aspect, talking about the soul and the this and that, astrology. And it's just kind of organically morphed over the year, So when we recorded that intro, I think it was kind of more in line with what we were thinking at that moment. But by the same token, it is a very, the thought of Nana and her inspiration, it's not humorous, if I'm making my point. I don't know if I'm making my point or not. I mean, we want to make sure we honor Nan and appreciate her and, not crack jokes about it. But when we were putting this together for the first time, it was going to be a little bit more, I think, zen and a little more serious. And, we had a bunch of topics, but with some funny stuff woven in between. But it's turned out to be just kind of whatever it is, sometimes it's a little more serious. Oftentimes it's a little off the wall. Sometimes it's all over the place. It is just, it's random. It is what it is.
We are all over the place.
Right now, I'm all over the place right now.
I can tell you're keeping the cheese, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah.
I'm totally keeping the cheese right now.
Do
we have to give some backstory on keeping the cheese?
It's from a Ren and Stimpy cartoon. It basically, or you could say the otters are coming.
But that's an original. That was my daughter, her niece.
It's basically like you shouldn't be interacting with anyone or anything. You should just be
loopy.
At home staring. Yeah, you're loopy, staring
at
the television.
Yeah.
But what better time to do a recording when you're loopy? I think that makes for great content. But anyway, yeah, it's true. Like, the inspiration behind this with our Nana and kind of honoring her presence and role in our lives growing up and even now. And she was a very funny lady. I mean, who else would come up with a word like Whiskachicks?
Exactly.
And, just instilled a lot into us that, now we carry with us in our
Yep.
lives. So, we honor her doing this and ourselves because we like to talk about random crap and relatable crap. And maybe that's not crap, but stuff. But, certainly I've had feedback. Amy's someone that works from home remotely, so you don't have as much human interaction as I do during the week. But I've had so many people that actually come into my work and they either hear me talking about that you and I have a podcast, or they've actually listened to the podcast and they're just like, "Oh my god, podcast!"
Or they're playing it over the speaker in the.
My coworkers thought it would be funny to we have a Bose speaker in our back room at work that belongs to one of my coworkers, and I was doing like some administrative stuff, and like I came out of the cooler and I just hear my voice and I'm like, what the biscuit is going on? And they're playing the podcast, and I'm just standing there like, oh my god.
And she sent me a recording, and all of a sudden I heard my voice like echoing in the room she was in. I'm like, what is that? Oh
and
my
then
God.
People are coming in the back room. Is that you? You have a podcast? I'm like, geez, maybe I should play it on the overhead in the store, like for advertising. So anyway, but speaking of advertising, we don't really advertise our podcast other than our Instagram page and word of mouth. So I really believe that those statistics that I rattled off are pretty incredible when you think about the fact like we haven't actually like really put ourselves out there, but like pushed ourselves out there into mainstream whatever. And I hear a lot of feedback from other podcasters how they're so frustrated that they don't have a gazillion listeners after like 3 episodes. And the truth is, this is like anything else in life that you're passionate about and you work on. Like I hear my naturopath right now where he's like, do you know how bamboo grows? I'm like, oh, here we go. He's going to say something profound. It's like, you plant it and you see nothing. But you still tend to it and keep the soil moist and, do whatever. And then all of a sudden you see a sprout, and then it's like, then it goes wild, and you can't control it. So we're still very much in this, it hasn't even popped out of the ground, the bamboo shoot. So this process for us is not rushed, and, we have no goal of any kind unless we could make money to do this full time. But I don't know that I would enjoy it as much.
No, I mean, it would be nice, but, we're doing this just because we like it, and it's something we can do together. And if we help a few people along the way, create some laughter and make someone's day somehow, that's reward enough. But it is amazing because I don't have that many followers on social media. I mean, I would venture to say it's probably 100 or less at least. I mean, I don't have a lot of followers. So when I post this, it doesn't reach that many people. I mean, we're not social media moguls. So the fact that we're in so many different countries and we've got like over 1,000 listens, and it's just crazy to me. I mean, I'm just so grateful that people have found us somehow, some way,
Not only they found us, they keep listening.
Well, that's the biggest compliment of all, I think.
Right.
Customer retention is everything.
Right. I mean, but the other point or side to this is that like you and I actually don't like being like in a limelight. I mean,
No.
this isn't like I don't know. I wouldn't want to like be out in public and oh my god, like that's never going to happen. First of all, but I really, you and I are both very introverted.
Yep.
Except we're not introverted in certain situations. And so
like when we're driving around the streets looking at Halloween decorations.
Oh my God. Which we did last night.
It was so much fun. Oh my God.
Like a couple of geeks. But yeah, I mean, maybe, being in the social media spotlight for me isn't like my number one choice, but I just feel like we really have messages to send out to people that are relatable and, so people just don't think like, man, I am not alone. I feel this way too. Or wow, I had no idea. Or whoa,
Yeah.
So that's really what this is about for Amy and I. And yeah, we're gonna keep doing it. We already have more episodes lined up with ideas, and if you guys don't know this, for those of you that connect with us on Buzzsprout or even YouTube, you can send us messages. You can tell us we suck. You can tell us you love us. You can suggest episodes of topics because sometimes Amy and I struggle a bit to be like, what do you want to talk about? So if there's anything you want us to chat about, you can certainly send us messages. I will respond to every message. And I would just going into year 2, now that we've got listeners, I think that would be fun to involve people. Hey, talk about this.
Yep, because then you could say, oh my gosh, I suggested that. Now they're talking about it.
I got whiskachicked.
I got grammed.
Yeah.
I got whiskachicked.
I got a rock.
Oh, it's rock season. I got a rock season. That's tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow is Halloween.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So maybe we should slide into that a little bit. We could.
Yeah, we could.
It's only going to be another year till we can talk about it, but
didn't we talk about Halloween last year?
Probably.
I think we did. We were talking
I think we have an episode about the thinning of the veil.
Yeah.
You think I would know that, huh?
Like I said, this is nothing formal. It's just, it is what it is.
Flying by the seat of our pants.
Month after month, it just is what it is.
That's what we do. But this is the time of year, if you are someone that celebrates Halloween or Samhain or Samhain, however you like to pronounce that, it is a good time to rest and reflect upon, maybe some things going on in your life. If you have some loved ones on the other side that you feel connected to, now would be the time of year where you can kind of just reach out and touch someone. So a lot of people make fun of me because one of my spirit guides is my cat, Muffin, and had a little chat with her last night.
She shoots rainbows.
She does. She actually shoots rainbows on command.
I've seen it happen. It's true.
I have picture proof of it. But anyway, now we're going to lose listeners. They're wacko. She's talking to her cat on the other side.
I'm sure there are plenty of people out there that are still very spiritually connected to pets that they've lost or that have passed on. I'm sure. I mean, their pets are like they're family members,
Well, I also believe that sometimes souls, whether they be furry ones or human ones, come into our lives and sometimes leave in what we would feel to be an untimely manner because their role is to be on the other side for you.
Right.
So, and that's now we're blurring belief lines, but I do believe that, just like Nana. Not that Nana did not have an untimely passing. She was almost 98 years old.
She wanted to go.
She wanted to go. She was ready to go. But, I just feel like, this time of the year, I don't feel heavy from sad things. I just feel heavy because there's a lot of energy from the other side that just kind of peeks through and it's tapping you like, hey, we're here.
And this year it's going to be even stronger because we've got a new moon in Scorpio.
Scorpio.
Yeah. So, Scorpio is it's a strong shadow sign. So, really good for exploring the dark side, the shadow side of things. And being that it's Halloween and the veil is the thinnest, so use the energy. New moons are about fresh starts, and in Scorpio, it's really an opportunity to tap into your intuition for sure. So, if you're feeling pushed to transform or make changes or something like that, great time to do it. New beginnings in Scorpio. Scorpio is ruled actually by the planet Pluto, which is about death and rebirth and transformation. So this is an interesting new moon on Halloween. So sidebar.
Every time you say new moon, I hear that Duran Duran song. New moon on Monday.
Duran Squared. Remember that?
Oh my God. But yes, and we are nearing the end of 2024, and so I am not someone that really does like New Year's resolutions. I actually feel like my birthday is a new year for me. December 31st is not only my best friend's birthday, but it's, the day where we just simply roll into a new calendar year. So I'm not going to be like, I'm going to lose weight and work out more and drink smoothies every day and cut back on my Starbucks money budget.
Year in review. We did a podcast on New Year's resolutions and stuff. Remember that?
We did. Yeah. Do I not remember any of the crap we talked about?
No, but
No. Shay. What was that?
Where did that come from?
I don't know.
My throat was like, wow.
No. You sounded like a cartoon character. No. Shay. But anyway, yeah, so just, Amy and I are just really, really grateful that you all are with us and giving us a listen and maybe telling some friends about us. I didn't even talk to you about this, Amy, but I'm thinking, like, if we keep increasing in listeners, I'm thinking about having some swag made.
Oh yeah, some merch.
Some swag.
Some merch.
I did not know what that word was until Sophia, your daughter, kept saying it.
The word swag?
Yeah.
Oh.
That every time I'd send her a message, she's like, swag. I'm like, what the frick is swag? I'm so out of it.
Gen X versus, what is she, a millennial? No.
Gen Z.
Gen Z. She's Gen Z. 2002.
She's in her own
class.
She's a class of her own.
In a good way, Fee, if you ever listen to this one.
Oh, she'll listen. But anyway, yeah, I'm thinking about, I have like merch ideas. So love to hear feedback on that if anybody has it. I'm thinking, I don't know, like stickers, maybe even like some coffee mugs or T-shirts or something, just something. I don't think reusable shopping bags, probably because I work in a grocery store.
Where would we sell it?
Well, we'll just have a link in bio.
Or they could DM us on the Whiskachicks Instagram.
Yes. I'm trying to figure out how to do a link tree on Instagram because I'm an idiot. And I think you can also do it on Amazon store.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm going to figure that out. But I am thinking about the swag. It's not going to happen anytime soon. But maybe in the next, let's say, 6 months, I might move forward with that, depending on... I want to source locally for that. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm thinking about...
I say we start with some stickers or mugs or something. Something that doesn't require different sizes and SKUs.
How do you know what a SKU is?
Because I do. It's merchandising, different SKUs, like different, like, I don't know. I mean, leave us some comments. Would you buy a shirt? Would you buy a mug?
Yeah. Would you be proud to wear the Whiskachicks name or stick it on something? Stick it in something.
stick it up something.
Put a Whiskachick on it.
In it.
Or that
shove
too.
It with a Whiskachick.
Yeah. You know, have you seen those videos of people that walk around Costco like putting the big googly eyes on like the boxes of stuff? Oh,
no.
It's so funny. They get, because Costco's like Big Brother. I'm just going to go around Costco putting Whiskachick stickers on everything.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, they would. If you go, there's like someone like they go to Costco, and if there's like in the pet aisle, if there's like a picture of a dog on something, they have like 2 googly eye stickers, and like they stick it on the package, and they're just like just walking around doing that. So something I would do. So props to you. But yeah, or just someone thinks I'm going to hand them a religious pamphlet, and I'm like, nope, it's a Whiskachicks sticker.
It's better than a religious pamphlet.
We love you. We love
no judgment here.
Yeah. No, we're non-denominational here at Whiskachicks.
Dominational. Speaking
Anyway,
of which,
yeah.
not that
Is
this
that
has anything to do with dominational, but
whoa,
please get
easy.
out and vote.
Yes.
Vote, especially if you're undecided. Just don't let this election go bye-bye. Just vote. Please vote.
This is probably the most important election. I don't want to say of our lifetime, but maybe so
It
far
could be,
it is.
especially for women.
Yeah.
And the LGBTQ. Did I get that right? I
I
can never
believe
get
so.
the
I don't even know
acronym
how to say it,
straightened
and
out.
I'm gay, so yeah.
I mean, it is a pivotal time in our country's history, and but please just get out and vote. If you're on the fence and you're thinking, my vote doesn't matter, it does. So please get out and vote.
Yeah, very important, especially with everything that's going on in the world and in our society here in the untied states. Especially with and I can say this with honesty too. The world is watching us.
Yeah.
The world is watching us right now. So, yeah.
The world is watching.
The world is watching. So, anyway, that's kind of all I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, that was just a off the cuff. We just wanted to get on today and have a few laughs and celebrate the 1 year anniversary. Celebrate all of you who have listened to us over the last year. I mean, it's just mind blowing to me how many cultures and countries and folks are out there, getting a little whiskey chick on. So,
sure.
But anyway, we just thank you all. We're very grateful. And like Suzie said before, please, and this is okay, so this is homework tonight.
Whoa.
Get on and comment.
Yeah.
Suggest a topic.
I double dog dare you.
Let us know if you'd buy a mug.
Yeah. Let us know if you'd buy a sticker or mug or swag or something. But
something. I mean, let's see, a reusable grocery bag, would that, t-shirts, what, just let us know what you might, because I think we've got a pretty cool logo. I love our logo.
I love our
the
logo.
lotus flower.
Yeah.
So that's another plant that has to creep its way up through the mud before it becomes beautiful, like the bamboo. So
bamboozled. Yeah, so that's part A for the homework. I'm assigning part B for those of you that live in the untied states. Get out and freaking vote.
Vote. Yep.
Vote. And I don't know where you live, but here in Vancouver, Washington, we've had a ballot box burned that had 500 ballots in it. I learned. I walked my fat, happy ass to the post office inside the building and put it in the wall just to make sure. So,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, it's and please, folks, no ballot. I mean, ballot burning is just not cool. Not cool, So, we shouldn't have to be afraid of where to put our vote, no matter what it is. We shouldn't have to be afraid to put it anywhere, So, but I don't know. That just blows my mind. But yeah, I put it in my mailbox here for the post office to pick up. I didn't put it in a ballot box, but I have voted, and please, 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 let your voice be heard.
Yep. Do your part. Do your part. Da, 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 da.
And do it authentically and what's true to yourself.
Yep. With love and intention and not fear and ego.
Yep.
That doesn't get you anywhere.
Nope.
Nowhere fast. Anyway, all right, let's end it. We're going to keep rattling on. I promise next time we'll talk about something more poignant, but we just wanted to make this episode about the podcast and celebratory and just a little bit of random Halloweenness in there and voting encouragement.
It was just a potpourri today.
Yeah, a poopery.
It's a poopery.
Anyway, you are all beautiful souls on this journey with us, and we love you so much, and we look so forward to all the coming episodes that are ahead of us. And we're just so, so grateful you are here with us. And
how many languages can we think? I mean, I know, let's see.
You're not going to put me on the spot to say be true to yourself.
No. Thank you. Just thank you.
Mm.
So thank you in English. Muchísimas gracias in Spanish. Grazie mille in Italian. I don't know if we have Italy. Do we have Italy?
No.
No,
But
okay.
that's okay. Maybe Italy's going to jump on now that you said that. We have, let's see, Germany. You can, vielen Dank or Dankeschön. In Dutch, you could say hartelijk dank, which is like a heartfelt thank you. My Dutch family's probably like, you said it wrong. No, they're not going to say that.
Who else do we have on the list? What other languages are there?
I don't know. I think Swedish is the same as Danish, where they say tack. I think they say tack as thank you.
Okay.
Let's see. Do you know? Well, Austria would probably still be danke. Sorry, Austria. We lost that listening crowd.
No.
Well, Canada would say thanks, eh? I'm just kidding. Just kidding, Canada.
We love you all.
I love you, and I would move there if I could get over the border.
I know, seriously.
I don't know how to say thank you in Greek.
Oh, I knew that at one point. I've been to Greece.
Well,
oh darn.
Shucky darn. Well, let's just end with what we knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a lot in there. We got
all
a lot
the countries that we don't know how to say thank you. We know you probably speak English because you listen to us. So thank you.
Oh my God.
Not a good point. Anyway, all right. We will see you on the next podcast, and we know what old Nana would say.
Be true to yourself.